In the sprawling megacity of Neon Osaka, beneath the chrome towers that scraped the smog-soaked sky, Ray was on the run. The endless rain pattered against his heavy leather coat, each drop illuminating for a blink of a second by the pulsating neon lights. A repair technician by day and a data smuggler by night, Ray had recently stolen a data chip containing corporate secrets enough to cripple the governing syndicate controlling the city. He ducked into a narrow alley, dodging a hoverbike that sped past, its engine a whisper compared to the cacophony of the city's heartbeat. Ray's breath formed quick, misty clouds as he paused by a malfunctioning vending machine flickering eerie blue. He had to get to the Red Crane district, where Kira, his contact with the resistance, waited in a ramshackle bar. The chip would buy him and his little sister Emmy passage out of the city, away from the grasping claws of corporate oppression and to the rural lands where the sky stretched clear and unpolluted. As Ray navigated the rain-slicked streets and dodged surveillance drones, snippets of news floated through the air, broadcasted by roaming media screens. The city was on high alert, a rogue element disrupting the fragile peace maintained by corporate overlords through mechanized enforcement units and cyber-controlled propaganda. Ray slipped into the camouflage of an overcrowded night market, moving between stalls selling everything from synthetic noodles to hacked software. Here, amid the hustle, human and cyborg intermingled freely, the societal lines blurred by necessity and survival. Suddenly, an enforcement drone hovered above, its sensors sweeping the crowd. Holding his breath, Ray ducked beneath a stall, watching as the mechanical hunter processed faces with relentless efficiency. When the drone moved on, Ray exhaled, his heart pounding a techno rhythm in his ears. He reached the Red Crane district, where holographic signs cast surreal reflections in the puddles underfoot. The bar, barely more than a neon flicker in the gloom, promised a haven. Inside, the air was heavy with vapor and the discordant symphony of a dozen conversations. Kira emerged from the shadows, her cybernetic arm catching the dim light. "You made it," she murmured, eyes scanning for any signs of trouble. "The chip?" Ray nodded, transferring the tiny device onto her palm, its surface cold and smooth. "Now, about that safe passage?" Kira grinned, a stark white contrast in her darkened visage. "All arranged. But there's another thing. We hit them tonight, hard. Disrupt their comms, plant a few data bombs, and use their confusion to get everyone out who's on the list, including you and Emmy." With a heavy sigh, Ray considered the stakes. This city had taken so much from them. Perhaps it was time to give something back, to dare hope for a dawn where the neon glare didn't hide the stars. Hours later, as Ray accessed the mainframe with the stolen codes, the city's electronic heart skipping a beat under his fingers, Emmy's face was his beacon. He worked with careful synchronicity to Kira's orchestrated chaos outside, the sounds of disruption a backdrop to his digital infiltration. Moments away, Ray whispered to himself, uploading the last of the data bombs. "Time to see the stars, Emmy." And as the city systems crashed around him, sirens wailing in mechanical despair, Rai fled the building, meeting up with Emmy and Kira. Together, they watched from a distance as the cityscape changed, not just visually, but in spirit. On a transport ship bound for the rural lands, Rai looked down at the receding city, its neon glow softening. Beside him, Emmy slept peacefully, her dreams hopefully free of the shadows that had chased them through the streets of Neon Osaka. As the first hint of dawn touched the horizon, painting the world in hues of promise, Ray felt a weight lift off his shoulders. A chance for a fresh start, maybe even redemption, was finally within reach. The urban jungle faded into the distance, a chapter closed amidst the silent hope of the breaking dawn.